a couple minutes to get everything going here. If you would, hit the like button, share a link to the show. Subscribe, follow. Jump in the chat, say hello as we get going here. And like I said, just give me a moment or two to make sure that everything is toggled on. Evening. Hope you're doing well. If you would, hit the like button, share a link to the show, subscribe, follow at Tommy Borum Jokes over on X. We are live over there. That's what I was just checking. Yesterday the show did not post, and then it posted twice, not including the error that we had in our technical difficulties in our audio yesterday. I think it's sounding a lot better. It certainly seems to be working a lot better today. So let me know. By the way, this is Big Data featuring Joywave. We are live on YouTube. We are live on X. We're live on pilled.net. We're live on Rumble, and we're live on Odyssey. Confirmed on my end. Those are all up and streaming and working. So there you are. As I said earlier, if you would, hit the like button, share a link to the show, subscribe, comment, do all the things. That would be helpful to get some more eyes, some new eyes, fresh blood. Make sure that the chat is up and running as well. Just in the event that anyone has any input, I don't want to miss it. I would really hate for someone to have a good thought, hearing something that I'm saying, genius. If you have an epiphany, I want you to share it. I don't want to miss it. And I'm doing my best arm flailing impression for our president. I know he really hates podcasters with their arm flailing impressions. Where would we have seen that mannerism for the last decade? So I'll be looking. We see the chat is open and live over on Odyssey. We're up and rolling over on Pilled. And if I jump over to Rumble, the live is available. The chat is open. Let's see. YouTube is always a bummer because I don't know how to work it. How does it work? If I click the button, it'll bring me to this, to my show. Okay. But then I suppose I can click the stream itself. Yep. Okay. There it is. And there's the chat. Wonderful. Wunderbar. Okay, great. If you don't already know, for the record, I have been using for the last couple weeks on and off. I tried the tutorial on it. That's not what you'd call it. The free 1-week trial. That's what I was thinking of. I did like the first 150 credits are free. And I tried this and I like it. And I think that others ought to at least know about it so that they can use it if they want to. This is Opus AI, opus.pro. If you go to clip.opus, or if you search for Opus Clips, this is how I'll take an hour or two of video and then have it pull intelligently enough samples of clips. And from there, you can go in and edit. They don't ask me to tell anybody about this. I'm just letting you know if you see me posting clips and you're wondering, why is it all AI tracked and, dubbed and these things? And this is how, this is why. Okay. This was not made with AI. This was just made with pure American grit and ingenuity. This morning, you might have seen, this is just a little amuse-bouche, a little appetizer before we get to the soup, salad, main course, and dessert this evening. Hope you're hungry. The FBI Director Kash Patel tweeted this on a series of tweets all day today, boasting about the Bureau's wins. The Bureau has seen a lot of victories, he says. And so here are a couple in his timeline. The first, an individual allegedly attempted to prey on a minor child, but the FBI got him first. Well done, FBI Boston, FBI Albany, and partners. I just point out really quickly, the phrasing could be a lot better here from Kash Patel. A predator was seeking a minor child, but we got to him first. Can you be more specific there? Can you say we saved a child from a predator and we have arrested the predator? Here's his name. There were a few more posts like that. Another from Kash that you might see because he's posted it a few times this afternoon, and I don't know why. A Miss Roper, a lady who shot 2 women, killed 1. She was on the FBI's top 10 most wanted. I don't know why. I suspect when the FBI knows where one of their targets is, they may put them on the most wanted list, then go get them, and then tell you, hey, we've just got another one of the top 10 most wanted of all time. Notice, and here we'll go to his profile and I'll show you why I suspect that to be the case. Much like how the FBI sets up their own sting operations, the FBI looks at the criminals that they're tracking, cold cases and fugitives that are on the lam. They figure out where they are. And then before they sting them up and arrest them, they go, we're going to go ahead and promote this person. Woman added to the FBI's top 10 most wanted list. Arrested hours after tips poured in. Right. Okay. Well, I didn't even know. He just posted this 40 minutes ago. So here's my theory proven out. This woman was just added to the top 10 most wanted list at the FBI. And then they go and arrest her. And they want you to think that it's because of the good tips of Americans who see that this woman was added to the top 10 FBI most wanted list. And so they call the FBI, and then the FBI works. And so here we are, justice is served. In reality, they're using AI. They tracked this woman. They knew where she was. They put her on the top 10 most wanted list, and then they go get her. And then they can say, look, our top 10 most wanted list is working. Look at this, everybody. We did a good job. Can anyone else see that? Does anyone else see it that way? I suspected that today when he's posting, hey, this kid was being targeted by a predator, so we caught the predator. It sounds like what you're saying is, hey, that guy was in competition for us. Hey, that guy bit our bait and we got him. So this is no different. Kashawn Nicola Roper was on the run for 6 years. Not on the list for that long. She's been just one of many dossiers that the FBI keeps a hold of digitally and tracks criminals. Like when they need a hit done and they know that they already have a murderer in a city, they send an informant to go and reach out and make her herself an informant. And now maybe she'll do some work for the intel agencies. This is how this works. This is how they operate. So here it's just funny to see in real time my suspicion validated. I'm sitting here thinking all day, what are the odds that she gets busted right after getting put on the list? Wouldn't it make more sense that they track, target, isolate, identify, and then put her on the list, put her on the top 10 list? That way, we can go and arrest her and claim that the top 10 list was the reason she was arrested. That's 8 of the FBI's top 10 most wanted fugitives caught in just over a year under President Trump. Exactly double the number caught the previous 4 years combined. So you have a top 10 target list. And you can change and decide who those targets are, seemingly on a whim, because this woman only shot and killed one person. She shot 2 people, killed 1. 20-something years ago. Has been on the run from the law for the last 6. If I understand the story as I read it correctly, she had shot someone, shot 2 people, 1 survived, 1 ended up dying. She's been on the run. And so the FBI says, put her on the top 10 wanted list. And then they go and arrest her. And they say it's because they put her on the top 10 most wanted list that she was turned in and arrested. And I suspect it's the opposite. I think they already knew where she was. And they then put her on the list so that when they go and arrest her, they can do this. This is now number 8 of the top 10 most wanted list caught. Well, that's very convenient. If I just wrote a list of 10 people I already had arrest records ready to go for, and people sitting outside the door on, cuffs ready to be clacked over the wrists of, then I could just change the list and go, we just got all 10 top 10 wanted FBI people in one day. But then that wouldn't be believable. People would know. So you do it this way. Isn't this absurd? Isn't this a little bit dumb? Does anyone else feel fooled by this? I certainly do not. We put her on the FBI top 10 most wanted list, and then just a few days later, she was busted. It must be because the FBI is good at its job. They're not at all just setting people up and putting criminals in a position where they then can be framed for a crime they didn't actually commit, but it's cleaning up the streets. It's easy work, like it is with Tyler Robinson. As I've made this case a couple different times, just imagine that you're the kid sitting at the FBI, you just got a job, you're there a year. And you're scrubbing all of the intel websites that you're, tasked with crawling and scrolling and looking for data and evidence on people from. Just checking chats is all. And you see, as a young FBI analyst, there's a kid in this chat on this campus in this new Discord that this person is maybe a plant in. This analyst has created multiple little online accounts. This is how they're trolling the web to see what's going on. Human and signals intelligence combined. And this FBI guy is saying, what the fuck? This guy is saying he wants to kill Charlie Kirk. They're laughing about it. They're making memes about it. They're not even joking. They're actually talking about how they would do it. And so he goes, hey, you want to do it with me? I'll help you. All I need is a gun. You can see how they would have no problem convicting a guy like Tyler Robinson in their mind because he's online spewing all of this bullshit in their Discords, thinking he's totally safe to say all the hateful, nasty, whatever crap he wants to. All the same things he, ironically, would accuse Charlie Kirk of. He's in those little forums thinking he's safe, talking to other pedo, trans, furry, lover, whatevers. If we're to believe that that's true, he's in there incriminating himself, and the analyst doesn't have to jump very far in thought to say, this kid is saying he's willing to do it. He thinks he's actually helping someone truly shoot Charlie Kirk. While we entrap him and set him up to be the patsy, he thinks he is helping someone. So therefore my conscience is freed and I don't have to worry about feeling guilty when we railroad this kid. That's how they do it. They're not going to pick a pure white lily church-going kid who has no criminal inclination and set him up because that's obvious. They instead pick a kid who is right there on the edge of being willing to commit the crime himself. Then they have him in the right place at the right time when they commit the crime and they just say he did it. They have the proof that shows he was willing to, and it's as good as open and shut to the public. That is how the FBI runs all of their ops with all of their criminals. And so here, this is no different. Maybe she's an FBI pimp's informant. She's a street lady, perhaps. She's on the run. She's a hooker that pulled a gun, shot 2 other hookers, is now on the run. Who knows the backstory? Who knows who at the FBI is an agent who treats her as an informant, and now they got to bring her in. They were running her as an op for 6 years. You have no idea. We just see the headline. We have no way to ground this story in reality other than from what they're telling you. And the reason they're telling you this is to convince you that this FBI is so effective and efficient that they're able to get 8 of the top 10 most wanted criminals and fugitives that the FBI has listed wanted. They're not the top 10 most dangerous. They're not the top 10 longest sought. It's not the top 10 by current resources allocated and spent towards finding. Right? If we said the FBI is currently seeking, we'll make up a name, Mohammed Sheikh Khalil Mohammed, one of the co-conspirators from 9/11. We've been searching for him for 25 years. Okay, making it up. Why wouldn't that person be on the FBI's top 10 most wanted? How many years worth of salaries for analysts are going into that search for that person? Shouldn't that person be number one? So that's a hypothetical, but the example questions then, it begs the question, who are the top 10 on the FBI's most wanted list at any given point? Who's deciding that? What arbitrary factors are they making that determination on? And is it just so, as I suspect, they can put a woman on the list and then a couple weeks or days later they say, oh, we got another one. It was because we put her on that list. So many people at home are just so in tuned with that list. When we update it, people naturally flush out criminals. They want you to think it's your neighbor calling you instead of the AI in your own home, ratting on all of your data back to the NSA. They want you to think that someone at the post office saw something and said something and called in, and that the system works and you should trust it. Instead of, yeah, they're using AI, they track everyone everywhere. They knew where she was, they then moved her onto the list and then nabbed her and then caught a nice headline. Okay. So between that and this, I think the FBI has some optics issues. And I'm not making a joke about his eyesight, although as I said it, I heard it. There you have it. Let's move on to some other things now, 20 minutes in. If you would, hit the like button, share a link to the show. It's 8:18. And I know I've got a few new people here, some new faces and new blood watching. One of the rules I used to tell people on a stream is if you're new, the rule is very simple. You have to subscribe. And then in 2 weeks, if you don't like it, if in a month you really are still like, I haven't seen anything that I have taken any kind of either entertainment value or critical thought, analysis, whatever. If you've got no value out of it whatsoever, then of course unsubscribe. I would not want you to stick around just out of hate. Unless you really want to. Here I have some thoughts. I wrote them down yesterday. Right? Well, I guess it was technically this morning. It was midnight. I wrote this. I said, they would absolutely fake the death of Erica Kirk just to get the spotlight off of the cover-up of Charlie Kirk's assassination and blame Candace Owens all in one fell swoop. Don't put it past these psychopaths for 1 second. They're already creating the pretext for it. And isn't that exactly what you'd call this? When day in and day out, early, I would say the first and second week of February, you saw people like, who I've never seen before until after Charlie Kirk created a vacuum in his own death. People like Graham Allen and Gary Melton, and of all people, the Quartering, Jeremy Hambley. People saying, they want Erica Kirk to get hurt. Someone's trying to incite violence against Erica Kirk. Candace Owens, by asking questions about Charlie Kirk's death, by trying to solve his murder, by investigating as J.D. Vance said last night, quote, the people who killed Charlie Kirk, unquote. As Candace Owens is investigating that, you saw a bunch of pundits run to their little message box and hit post on this comment. And you saw it all in kind of different, similar phrasing. They all were paraphrasing the same talking point they all received. And it went like this. Erica Kirk is now being threatened. Erica Kirk is now being attacked. Any other word for criticized that is more pejorative. Attacking, whatever it is, accusing. They can't just say they're defending Erica Kirk's honor by investigating her husband's death, not letting any stone go unturned. Any investigation is an attack on Erica Kirk. That alone should raise suspicion. But instead they went out and posted, Candace Owens is trying to get someone to violently attack Erica Kirk. That had never happened. No one actually felt that way. But you could tell in early February, they're creating a pretext to have an attack, staged, real, or otherwise, completely fabricated, on Erica Kirk so that they can then blame Candace Owens. You saw all through March, as Candace investigated different things, I assume, the targeting changed. The bullet doesn't match the gun, and now they're going to try to attack the patsy narrative, because of course, if it was a real patsy, they would have totally matched it up. He couldn't have been a patsy because they would have matched the evidence better. the same people making that statement. Now that Erica Kirk has bowed out of an appearance, she is happy to go to Don Jr.'s fiance's latest, what was it, a bridal shower or a baby shower? She went to some shower at Mar-a-Lago, but not the event in Georgia. She's feeling so threatened that Erica Kirk, and by feeling threatened, I mean she feels insecure on the stage. She knows that she's not her husband. She knows that people see through her, and so she's not interested in facing the music. Literally, she's like, there's not enough sparkly sequins and pyrotechnics on this stage for me. So she just didn't show up. She, at the TPUSA website, can see how many tickets people are clicking on for free, by the way. If you don't believe me, here, let's just go look over at TPUSA. There's an event. Oh, come on. Events for TPUSA. Where's our upcoming events? Women's Leadership Summit. That's not, oh, here he goes. Here's the College Spring Tour. That's the tour we're looking for. Let's see. All right, this is the website. Now you can see here are the speakers. Erica Kirk, MIA. J.D. Vance appeared yesterday. Don Trump is another one. Okay, so she was just at the shower for this dude's fiance, upgrading his wife. Here we see the next one starts in just 5 days at the Ohio State University. Didn't J.D. Vance go? Or isn't he from Ohio? He didn't go to Ohio State, did he? But he's certainly from Ohio. I know that. Why wouldn't he want to have his appearance at the Ohio State University event? Seems odd. Okay, well, anyways, let's just go to get tickets. Let's say I don't already have my cookies enabled for this website. Let's just say I want to have a free ticket. Here we are. They're free. So just to show you that the student ticket, free. General admission ticket, free. They didn't charge people for these. And so you can, on the back end, see how many people clicked in for a ticket, how many people signed up. And when they see there are only a few hundred, and they know from all their previous events, people who sign up for a free ticket do not always feel obligated to attend. There may, in some cases, flash to the future. There may be, in some cases, 80, maybe 70% of people who click for a ticket that end up actually appearing. Maybe they have the data. I'm just guessing. I don't know. But she saw something that said, I'm not going. I don't know if it was a, hey, boss, just not feeling it. Oh, wait, I am the boss. I'm not going. Or if it was like, I really just don't feel like being embarrassed further every time I open my pathetic plastic mouth. Lies fall out and people see it and it's embarrassing and I can't cover it and I'm too stupid to know when to shut the fuck up and to stop staring at people like an idiot. I have the same problem. So she does this. She just bails. And I said they would absolutely fake the death of Erica Kirk just to get the spotlight off of their botched, failed cover-up of Charlie Kirk's assassination done by who I think are American clandestine operators on behalf of Israeli Mossad, and then to blame, back to this, to attack or fake kill or really kill Erica Kirk, and then stage it to blame Candace Owens. The person who they'll say did it is a person who watches Candace, but also not really, but they're going to make it appear that way. And they'll say it's Baron Coleman, and they'll say it's John Bray, and they'll say anybody else who had a leading theory, even if they weren't right, anyone who had a leading theory that made people scratch their head and question the official narrative, anyone who did that, myself included, we could be in part to blame for whatever thing they end up pulling off on Erica Kirk. And for that, maybe she sees that and goes, I'm not traveling to Georgia to go meet with, what did Nikki call him again? The assassin? J.D. Vance? No thanks. Maybe she's feeling threatened by them because they're running the op. She's just an actor and a bad one. So maybe she's going to be written out. One of my other posts, I should go find it. I should have pulled it up, but I didn't think of it until just now. If I say script, I should just pull them up. The public isn't believing the grieving widow slop. So the new narrative is she's under threat, so she doesn't have to appear. It's very convenient, right? They're going to write her out of the script soon. They are priming you to think she's being attacked. I said this 22 hours ago. Just for the record. I've also been saying it for a longer time than that, but this is just easier to pull up yesterday's, apparently. If I go by latest, in any event, okay, bullets dissolving like sand. Also something you should be interested in if you're looking at Charlie being shot with any secondary device to make sure. Okay, so my point was in showing you this. We all can see. No one is buying the grieving widow or the grifting bimbo. We can all see it. For every day she puts a new ring on her fingers, we can all see the money going to where it's going. And so people are leaving in droves. And whatever public information we have, like the photos from the events or appearance of sales and public financial figures that they give, there's so much more we're not seeing and privy to, but we have to assume exists, right? We know that there's stuff we know there's stuff we don't, and then we know there's stuff we don't know. And that is also true of TPUSA and Erica Kirk. So is it possible that the people running her as an op to try to fill and backfill Charlie's place, is it possible that they now also totally agree with what we're saying? It's not believable. So they're going to have to change tack. Something's going to have to give. She's going to have to go. And so I'm saying, maybe they'll actually whack her. Maybe they won't. Maybe they really will. And that's why she's looking like she's been up all night staring like this. Oh, please believe me. What do you have to say to Candace and others like them? What do you have to say about the people who are questioning the integrity and credibility of the government? What do you say to them? And she goes, please stop. Is it possible that Erica Kirk is both complicit and was aware of the killing of Charlie Kirk prior to, and also is a victim herself in that she's got a gun to her head just like anyone else? Are these people running ops willingly? It's tough. It's tough to know. When she has to back out of an event like that, and it's clearly not an actual physical security threat because the VP is still there, but they say she felt insecure. You should have empathy for her. Maybe it is that. Maybe it's that she can't act it out and they're aware of it. They know it. They feel badly because she's not the boss writing the script. And they're well aware of what happens when you fail or divert from the script. It's like at SNL. You do not ad-lib. You do not go off script. You do not break from the note cards, or you will be fired. So maybe Charlie got off the note cards. He was texting prior to saying, I'm not even listening to the writers anymore. Fuck them. I'm going to go independent. And they were like, no, you're not. I said, we'll be off of her in a minute, I promise. We've been talking about it for 12 minutes. It's already old. I said, making the claim that you received threats is not itself proof that you were threatened. Much like, and this was way too long to make a post written in text, but I'd love to be able to explain myself here. When I wrote this post, what I really wanted to say was the claims that require evidence cannot, when asked for what that evidence is, simply point to, oh, that person is also claiming it. See, it's the BuzzFeed loop of sourcing on Russiagate. I'm repeating what they said. They are reporting what I have said. Bing bong. Erica Kirk can't just claim, hey, I was threatened. And then, well, okay, what is the proof of the claim? Guys, can you not ask her for more proof of that? All right, she's feeling threatened, okay? You guys are also now making her feel threatened. See? Showing a picture or saying, in this case, I have been threatened, okay? Run the headline. And now everyone else will say, well, but it was written about. That's exactly what they're doing to Tyler Robinson with the texts and with his confession and with his everything else being reported in his arrest. They're just telling you that he did these things, that he confessed, that he messaged his roommate, that he was a gay furry lover, and that he had a rifle on campus and totally killed Charlie Kirk, and you can't ask about it. And if you ask for the evidence of that, they say, well, here's a photo of the evidence. I'm the cop. I took a picture of that guy's phone. He held his phone up to show me a screenshot. I said, I'm going to need to see that. Can you send me that screenshot? Never mind. I'll just take a picture of it. And then when you ask for the evidence, can we see the proof of the text message? They go, no, we have a photo of it. Hey, Erica, can we see proof of a threat? No, I have this report that says I claimed it right here. Here, see, I have a claim. The quote was that she was very worried. Erica Kirk is feeling insecure. It's not an actual threat. It's not an actual problem that she has where people have actually threatened her or actually attacked her. She just feels that way. This is Candace Owens' country. As Flip the Script says, give him full credit. This is Candace country. Because Erica feels threatened. Forget the fact that she wasn't. It's that she feels insecure. Her insecurity threatens her image. Her image is what she lives or dies on, maybe literally. And so for that reason, she bowed out. Maybe she shouldn't have murdered someone. I totally agree. I 100% agree. Ducky Momo 1585. That's hilarious. Maybe she shouldn't have murdered somebody. Yeah, I agree. It's tough out there if you're a murderer. Let's see. The stream is up and down. That's not good. Is it back? Seems to be back. Pilled looks like it was disconnecting and reconnecting. There's a word for her. It's attention whore, says Ebb Tide. Fuck around, find out. That's probably true. Although if she was, so no, here's the thing. She loves the spotlight. She loves the attention more than anything, I think, right? Certainly more than her husband. So what in the world would get her to drop? What in the world would get her to walk out of the spotlight? This is where I start to think, is it not more, I'm not leaning towards it being more likely, but I'm saying, is it not possible at least, or should we not create some room in our imagination for this possibility that she's being threatened herself? The same people who whacked Charlie Kirk have now doubled down in front of her. Maybe they had a meeting with her and said, so what happened to Charlie was terrible, and we would really hate for that to happen to you. And so we'd like you to do these things. And now that would explain absolutely why she looks so dishonest and insincere. And they're making these changes and they're all doing it like this. Oh, please believe us. Oh no. Oh gosh. Oh. If they don't appear to buy it, but they're just trying to sell it, it's insincere and it comes off that way. We all can see it's inauthentic. So that might explain it. If the Israeli IDF Mossad, using clandestine operators here in our country, bring them into a skiff and say, here's the device we used, here's how it happened, here's the drone footage of him clicking the button, there's Charlie. Now, we'd like you to do what he was unwilling to do. Maybe that's where Erica goes, yeah, it's totally safe for VP Vance, but it's not safe for me. Vance is so much better at running these lines. I can't remember mine for crap. And even when I can remember the words, people can see that I'm reading a line in my mind and they don't believe it. They know I'm lying. So that's not good for Erica. Let's see. What's Owen Benjamin have to say? He didn't disagree. He's a good guy. If you're not following Owen Benjamin on X, you ought to be. And if you're not following me on X, hell you doing? Hell you doing? So they sent the vice president? This is in his response to Erica Kirk, who wrote this. Quote, I was so looking forward to tonight's event at the University of Georgia with our Vice President J.D. Vance and also the Lieutenant Governor, like multiple executives in office, sitting executive representatives in the United States government were there on the stage, but it was too unsafe for her. But after all our family has been through, another big lie, if the children don't exist, it's literally just her. There's no family whatsoever, just more smokescreen. After our family and all it's been through, I take my security team's recommendations extremely seriously. her security team said, you're not going out there. You're not selling it. You're not going out there at all if you value your life. Charlie's security team was compromised and I think helped rip him right out of this earthly coil. So it's weird that she says, after all our family has been through, I take, and her family could mean the TPUSA family, I take my security team's recommendations extremely seriously. So VP Vance was warned that everything was fine. They checked it out. It was actually a clear go, green light, no warning whatsoever. They investigated. There was no threat. Lieutenant Governor, his Secret Service team would have done the same thing. He's cleared for a secured venue, for a secured event in a secured venue. He's good to go. The other people are there. They're worth more money than the people in government, and they're still there. But Erica Kirk says her team told her she can't go. How do you hear that? If you want to think in the clandestine operations theory mode, then maybe her team is not quite her security team, but is there to secure her, right? She holds and hosts right now like an important position on the chessboard, right? She's just a little pawn, but they've put her up in a queen's role. And right now she has a lot of influence they're trying to hold. They're trying to steal the influence Charlie had that he refused to wield for them. They're trying to bestow it upon her, make you all believe it's authentic so that it exists, right? The influence only exists if you believe in it, like a fairy tale. So she's only influential if people believe she is. She can't sell it to the public that she is. So they're going, no more appearances. Cut tape. We're going to have to redesign this script. This is not working. That's what they're doing. So every other actor can go on stage and perform. Andrew Colvett, he's okay. He'll cover. VP Vance, he'll run. But Erica Kirk's not doing it. So there it goes. Looking at the chat. Rumble, looks like you're having a nice little time. Let's check out what's going on over on Odyssey. Women always play fake victim whenever they're challenged on anything. Well, it's funny that you say that. Funny that you say that because let's just jump over to my media. It won't be that far down. Bing, bong, boom. Is it? Did I miss it? I surely must have. Where is here it is. I hate that this does this now. It opens like that. This is how I wanted to see it. Same shit, different day. Egomaniacal woman takes an L, sends her grunt out to take her place. I was sitting here thinking, where have I seen this move before? We were streaming it yesterday. And after I hung up the stream, I thought, where have I seen that move before? Where have we seen where we're watching a live event, expecting the blonde, egomaniacal tyrant, murderer to walk out on stage and gloat in her pantsuit, only to see her peon number 2 weasel, gopher to the media, liar boy, probably a pedo twink while we're at it. Let's just face facts. Where have I seen this move before? Oh, yeah. When Hillary Clinton lost in 2016, she sent John Podesta out to say, hey, everybody go home. We have more questions more things to look at. While Hillary was backstage throwing wine back, tossing bottles against the wall, pulling people's hair out, breaking her teeth. So Andrew Colvett, kept his composure far better on behalf of Erica Kirk than Podesta did on behalf of Hillary Clinton, but it's the same thing you're seeing. Same act. So Owen Benjamin had said this in response to Erica Kirk. So they sent the vice president? These people, I can't do an Owen impression, but I will in a moment. He says, so they sent the vice president? These people can't even lie anymore. Or maybe they just don't give a fuck. It's too dangerous for this total retard that no one knew existed on 9/9/25, but not the vice president of our country? Yeah, it's too dangerous for Erica, but not for the vice president. He says, now before anyone says, oh, how dare you? He says, before anyone says, how dare you? That bitch is grieving. I died laughing last night when I read that, I was laying in my bed just giggling like that. Ron from Parks and Rec? He just sitting with his mustache going, I just died laughing, giggling at this in my bed like a retard. I'm sure my neighbor through the wall probably thought there was an issue. Because he says, before anyone says, "Oh, how dare you? How dare you, Big Bear? That bitch is grieving. How dare you, Big Bear? That bitch is grieving." How dare you? The bitch is grieving, okay? Leave her alone, man. Like, even his straw man argument is calling her a dumb bitch. It's just good. That's just good stuff. Before anyone says, "How dare you? That bitch is grieving," explain how it makes sense that security can't protect a location, so they send the fucking vice president. Toilet paper USA sucks. That's what he said. It's not wrong. It might be harsh, but it's not wrong. What's going on with Pilled? It said connected, then reconnected, then disconnected, then reconnected. I'm fine over on this end. We're all good. No issues here. YouTube's good. Rumble's good. Odyssey's good. X is good. Is X good? We still good? Are we on the air? We're not? We're not live on X? What the fuck? Oh, yes, we are. Oh, yes, we are. It was lying before. Why would you do that? Why would you lie? Why would it make up a lie? Why would it make up a vicious lie? Also, I'm going to hit the like button and repost that stream on X. If you would, head over to the profile and help share that. That'd be great. Wonderful. Okay, let's move into some things that are important from the thumbnail that we said we would talk about. We're 40 minutes into what I said would be a shorter show. It'll probably be another hour. Having fun with this little button over here. It's a cooker. It seems like a raccoon became a man today. Or no, wait. That's not what happens. A bar mitzvah is not when they snip your tip. That's a mitzvah peh. And that happens at the 8th day after birth when the rabbi comes over to get a suckle. No, this is different. This is a different Jewish behavior, a different Jewish activity. If you didn't see it, here's at least the teaser. RFK Jr. once chopped off a dead raccoon's penis to study later while on a family road trip. You're driving down the road. There's my car impression. You're driving down the road. If it was the future, it'd sound like this. But we're not. Because they killed John F. Kennedy. So here's R.F. Kennedy Jr. He's driving down the street. We'll call it a highway. With his whole family. There's 34 people in a bus. He sees a dead raccoon on the side of the road, so he stops and pulls over and says, "Kids, we have to get that. We have to get the raccoon penis. It's critically important for my studies. We have to get it. It might be the key to getting Fauci." I assume. RFK Jr. fesses up to hauling a dead bear into Central Park a decade ago, as well as hacking off the good bits of a dead raccoon to study later. That's what he's saying. Robert F. Kennedy Jr., an avid animal genitalia researcher, in his spare time, once pulled the family sedan to the side of the road after spying a dead raccoon and swiftly cutting off its sex organs so he could study them later. I'm just now thinking of something here. Bear with me. Oh, it posted multiple times? Oh, no, I just did that. Bing bong, ba da 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 ra da 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 ra da 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 da. Where is it? It's got to be nearby because I just... Is it this? Yes, here it is. Was this what RFK Jr. was doing? Now, I said previously it seemed very Jewish what he was up to. I had not even thought of this. I promise. I swear to God on my life. Had not considered this connection until right now, but this is why we do this live. Kurt Metzger earlier today says, "Did you know I'm not going to do a Kurt impression either because it wouldn't be worth trying. Because I can't sound that dumb while being so smart. How does he do that? How does Kurt have like a generic dumb guy voice, but he has pure gravy all the time? I say this with love, of course. I would love to have Kurt on the show. He says, did you know Israel is way into Warhammer 40K? I mean, like really into it? And then they have this little blurb. Since October 7, 2023, the IDF, the Israeli Health Ministry, along with the IDF, have implemented a widespread policy of recovering sperm from deceased soldiers, with over 250 procedures performed for soldiers and security personnel. This surge in posthumous sperm retrieval allows parents and partners to preserve sperm for potential future procreation. Just like God intended. The procedure is most effective within 24 hours of death, though possible for up to 72 hours. So perhaps RFK Jr. saw an opportunity for a raccoon and thought, when do you ever get the chance to just get a free male raccoon? I'm going to get a free stud for life. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is an avid animal genitalia researcher in his spare time that says a bizarre account by the nation's top civilian health official was unearthed in the new book, RFK Jr. It's not really unearthed if it's in a new book. It's published. That's what we would say it would be published in a new book, RFK Jr., The Fall and Rise, authored by the Post's own Isabel Vincent. So it's New York Post, that is Israeli propaganda. They have a writer, Israeli propagandist, who wrote a new book for RFK Jr. about how he's so good. And it was just her talking to him and getting a sense for him so that she could write a puff piece. Including asking a wide range of sources, including his friends, family, and a private journal he penned while living in New York City between 1999 and 2001. I'm sure that's a real journal, too. I'm sure that's totally a legitimate piece of property. That's not an intelligence fabrication at all that they showed him and said, now here's why you're going to listen to us. We have this. You created it. And he goes, no, I didn't. And they go, yeah, well, we're going to say you did. Who's going to believe you? Quote, I was standing in front of my parked car on I-684, cutting the penis off of a road-killed raccoon, thinking about how weird some of my family members have turned out to be. You thought the weird family members that you have were weirder than you cutting the penis of a road-killed raccoon, sir? Now, I know things can be taken out of context and misheard or otherwise. That's not this. My kids waited patiently in the car, he noted, later telling People magazine he collected the raccoon's genitals so, quote, he could study them later. They say he's eccentric. Okay. His daughter, Kick Kennedy, recalled in a 2012 interview with Town & Country magazine that her father's fascination with animal viscera once put a smelly damper on a childhood family vacation to Hyannisport, Massachusetts. Upon learning a whale carcass, oh my God, I get an opportunity. Upon learning a whale carcass had washed ashore on nearby Squaw Island, the elder Kennedy made a beeline for the beach and proceeded to decapitate the beast with a chainsaw. That's not how you flense a whale. There's only so many opportunities to use the word flense, and generally they're when Randy Fine comes into the news. This week I'm 2 for 2. He then strapped the whale's enormous noggin to the roof of the family minivan with a bungee cord. Well, that's not going to hold a whale's head. Intending once again to bring it home to study, grossing out the family in this dogged pursuit of knowledge. He's just got a fascination with dead. He just wants dead bits. Bring me its head. That whale had fought forever. Bring me its head. We had plastic bags over our heads with mouth holes cut out. Why? so you could only just be breathing it in? That makes no sense at all. We had plastic bags over our heads with mouth holes cut out. And people on the highway were giving us the finger, but that was just the normal day-to-day stuff for us Kennedys. You got to be kidding me. Last year, President Trump nominated Kennedy to lead HHS. His cousin, Caroline Kennedy, claimed in a letter to lawmakers that while in college, he put chicks and mice in a blender to feed his hawks, calling his dorm room a perverse scene of despair and violence. That actually does make sense. If he's like, oh, I'm a hawk guy, I love hawks, and they're predator animals. They just tear the flesh and tendons right out. I can see him thinking like he needs to get an ooster and put it on finely blend mode and just be dropping little peepers in there because he's like, well, my hawks, they deserve a nice blend. You know, he's probably a crazy guy like that. He probably doesn't see a problem with this. I think like a snake person and hawk person are like right there in sanity. And if they do live feeding, then do that. Go buy the live bait. Go buy the live feeder mice, they're called. Or the chicks that are born with a misshapen beak, and so they're like, all right, that's going to not last very long. Go feed it to the whatever. But he blended them? That doesn't seem right. So does it make a little bit more sense then that he chopped the penis of a dead raccoon off? He sees an opportunity to seize a trophy, and he takes it. He sees a dead whale, and he's like, your head is mine. It's just very strange. Moving on to people who have also decided to just take what they want, take someone's head off.
You deserve to be publicly executed, yes. What are we talking about? What the? Whoa. Hey, bro. What the fuck, bro? And put your life force into a sock? Yeah, you deserve to be publicly executed, yes. What are we talking about?
These dudes are bitches. I'm just going to say it right now. Sneako, W for Sneako, taking it like a champ. Look at this. He's getting attacked by two dudes. Here's the first faggot who's going to wind up, land on the nose first, then you can see the tooth getting chipped. There's the chipped tooth going right there. Oh, whoops, hang on. You can see a little chip of the tooth flying off in slow motion. Boom, chipped, gone. So now he's getting horse-collared and wrangled around the neck, strangled. And the kid in green jumps in. Now he's going to also jump in. Look at how total pussies want to pick a fight with somebody who's not looking, not paying attention, sucker punch him, wait until he can try to get a shot in, and then he's going to jump in on him. Now you can see he's in there. You can see now, even though the camera's down, you can see the pant leg. Now he jumps in to go beat on Sneako once he's on the ground. Cowards fight like that. That's why I have no problem with both of these dudes getting shot on the spot. You're in New York City and you just wind up and swing on somebody who's not paying attention, not done anything wrong to you. They could be knocked out and fall and hit their head on a curb and die instantly. For that reason, this is an attempted murder. This would absolutely apply to Biden's Emmett Till lynching law. Put these dudes out in gallows today. And the fact that this was an organized hit from Gay SI, the other faggot retard streamer, put him on a gallows too. What the? Because 26 hours ago, that guy posted on his X account, oh, we're going to have a new fighter in the ring soon. We're going to have a new fighter entering soon. Just watch. And then you see this. Manosphere influencer Sneako attacked during live stream in New York City. Another report was anti-Semitic, anti-Jewish, Muslim Sneako attacked. And so they're trying to sick violence on people who are not pro-Zionist. That's why we're covering this. Controversial influencer Sneako is recovering after he was assaulted during a live stream in New York City. This is why I say just These people who do this, they don't deserve their lives. They've forfeited it immediately. When they treat others like this, one to the head and another one to the chest, to be sure. A clip from the Kick streamer's recent broadcast showed Sneako, whose real name is Nick. Why are they doxing the dude? Why are they trying to make it easier for people to find him? Whose real name is Nick, walking Tuesday in Manhattan while staring at his phone until a man suddenly comes up and punches him in the face and wraps his arm around Sneako's neck, drags him to the ground in a chokehold while another person attacks him. Then the video cuts off. Sneako, only 27, is known for spouting right-wing ideology. Why is it spouting if it's right-wing? Is no one allowed to believe in a right-wing thought and without it being evil and bad and being spouted? Can you not just profess right-wing beliefs? Is that evil in itself? They're framing it that way. Sneako is known for spouting right-wing ideology and offensive takes, including those of the manosphere, quote unquote. This is absolutely retarded, but it's the Independent, which refers to harmful online communities that promote misogyny and toxic masculinity. The toxic masculinity you're seeing here is not Sneako's, it's the retards who are cowards taking what is it, $1,000? Is that what it was? Or was that the offer from Sneako for more information? They took money from a competitive streamer who has been bought out by the Jews. His name is KSI. Don't know anything more about him. Some idiot paid people to stream snipe Sneako. So he's walking around, he's being filmed, he's live streaming to his Kick channel. He's just walking around Manhattan, mentally preparing for his interview with Professor, high school teacher, Zhang, and Dave Smith. He still did the interview, by the way, but he's just walking around, getting his mind right for the interview, and then bam, you saw he gets hit. We'll just hear what he has to say about it.
Everything's under control. Don't worry. I gotta handle some stuff in a second. Everything's okay.
He's got a fat lip. I feel bad for him. I don't want him to cry, but it looks like he's about to.
Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
When I was in my 20s, I got drugged in a bar, robbed, and beaten nearly to death and left for dead in a ditch. And when the cops found me in the morning, they thought, because of how fucked up I still was on whatever substance that they gave me, which ended up being a combination of Klonopin and Rohypnol and a bunch of other things in a shot. Here, boys, we're locking up early, but here's 2 shots for the road, and we each took them and gone. Cops thought I was on drugs because I was still so intoxicated from what they gave me. But they thought, hey, it doesn't matter that his face looks half broken and his teeth are all, and he's bleeding and stuff. They're just like, on your way. I had orbital fractures and all kinds of, just from being curb stomped. So I feel badly that he's sitting here going, no, it's okay, it's fine. With a swollen face. Like, that's not, I mean, he wants to cry.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah. I can't hide it. I was going to try to hide it, but
he wants to cry because they broke his fucking teeth. How sad? I mean, his face is the moneymaker, right? And I'm not saying this from my perspective. Like, I think he's a good looking dude. I'm saying he's in a public figure position. So he knows his face is important. He doesn't want to go get slashed and have a big scar. And he doesn't want to have someone sucker punch him and knock out his new tooth.
Yeah. You remember from 2 years ago, I had a tooth filling that got hit, but we're fine. Everything is handled. Didn't get knocked out. Maybe you'll see some stuff going forward, but yeah, not ideal. The tooth again, bro. It's always the fucking tooth. You know, I started the stream when the intro was playing. I'm like, I should probably try to hide it. I was gonna like talk like this the whole time. I can't fucking do it, bro. And I'm going to Malaysia real soon. Look, there's
that should piss everybody off. A popular conservative streamer. Say whatever you want, I don't care. They reported as he's a popular conservative streamer. So even if you don't think he is, that's what they're telling you he is. They're saying we're painting the target as conservative right-wing ideology people. They can just get punched right in their faces, right there, walking down Manhattan. Doesn't matter where, anywhere really, but right there in the heart of Manhattan, he's just going to be walking down the street, gets his teeth knocked out. They want that to be normal. They're trying to normalize that. So between yesterday and me telling you that Sydney Sweeney being dressed as an infant and then sexually assaulted in the new season of Euphoria, where's that come from, you think? They're wanting to normalize these things in the media and make it okay in your mind when you see it. Mario Nafal posted this. This is Sneako for a minute reacting to his own getting punched. I have not seen this. I saved all these clips so that we could watch them. Let's just see what he has to say.
He's already ready to swing.
Hang on. I don't love how it's jacked. Hold, please. I'm going to do something crazy. Copy. Paste. Shrink. Sick. Okay. Now we can at least watch that.
He's already ready to swing. He didn't hear what I was saying. He identified it. He knew where I was. So, see, some people are saying it's a stream sniper. He's already ready. So he hits me. Didn't hit me clean. He got me like on the forehead. I'm not knocked out. And then he tries to pull me over here. Scuffle on the floor. Some stuff happens. You'll see the footage. But there's just no way. We'll figure it out. You okay? Yeah. Don't I look okay? Calvin said I heard it's like Prime Tyson. Well, I didn't get knocked out. Prime Tyson, especially too, if you're gonna do a sucker punch like that, that's some bitch shit.
Right?
Pussy behavior. Like just do a sucker punch like that. I'm not looking. I'm looking at the chat. It could have been way worse.
Right.
Alhamdulillah, it didn't go worse, but alhamdulillah. It could have been a lot worse, bro. So, look, he's already ready to swing. He's already ready to swing. He didn't hear what I was saying.
All right, well, that's Tweeko, excuse me, that's Sneako's own take. Dude, if Sneako started doing meth like Clavicular, I'm not knowing how to say it. I know how to say clavicular, but it's a dumb thing, so I'm calling him Clavicular because it's funnier. In my own mind. That's fine. If Sneako went the way of Clavicular, we could call him Tweeko. But thank God he isn't. Thank God he's not. Also, again, if you would, I'm going to remind you another time. It's 9 o'clock. It's 4 after. Top of the hour. If you would, hit the like button, share a link to the show, subscribe, comment, jump in the chat and say hello, and then go follow over at Tommy Borum Jokes on X. Here from Fearbuck posted this video. The moment, this is 5 minutes of moment, that Clavicular overdosed on stream. Now, they're going to tell you, hey, stop spreading fake news. He didn't overdose. He's just exhausted. He's feeling sleepy. Before he even went over there, he requested a coffee. He wasn't doing drugs. He didn't even drink. Okay, I'm going to tell you, he's doing all the hormones and the synth shots and the pills and his, nice diet of supplements instead of food. And I'm not knocking it, but I am, and it's stupid, and he is ODing himself on all kinds of other drugs he's not telling you they're doing. Remember a month or 2 months or whatever, doesn't matter. There was a microphone left on. Someone was doing drugs in a bathroom of a club or at his own house with a hot mic. And so they had a video of some OnlyFans girls sitting on a couch, and they're being asked, oh, how is it to hang out with Clavicular? And they go, oh, it's fine. And then right there in the audio, you hear, oh, so fat, bro. And they're tooting and snooting lines in the back of the bathroom there. Then they come out and they're all, oh, let's go to the club, girls. Oh, let's go. And I think it's all a big cover because I think they're just gay guys doing it together with themselves, but they have to have the drugs to keep up, and they have to all look good for one another and frame mog each other. They're just sitting together in a little, pin-backed, what would you call this? A lounge? A booth? They're in a booth in a nightclub together. No women. in this one. In fact, it's an empty nightclub you can see in the mirror. So let's see now what happens to Clavicular after all the Adderall, which is just amphetamine. She's doing meth. And all the whatever else, retatrutide and the oxyupridones and the benzodiazepones and the whatever else you're doing.
Holy me, dude. How do you feel?
Oh yeah, don't worry about your friend at all. Look at the guys off camera. They're like, what do we do? What do we do? Look at the guys in the mirror. They're pointing at him and they're like,
When did you last take blue?
they all just look like they're on drugs. Like,
You want natty?
like speed and heroin combined. They look like Elvis on his last day. Like, what aren't they doing that's ruining them? By the way, this is like, it's just sad. It's sad. When someone thinks like, oh, what's a good arm that's built muscularly look like? Do they think it looks like this? A bump and a bump and a little bump, bump, bump. He's got the shakes. So they're like, we'll get some caffeine, get it like a Diet Coke, and we'll rip a 5-hour energy and we'll pop some pills and then we'll get going.
Here. Five. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Sorry. I'm trying my best to lock in, but I'm a little destroyed right now.
I'm from Brazil.
Brazil.
I'm Brazil.
I'm trying my best, but I'm like a little destroyed right now. You're not drinking, right?
English is also, but what's your question?
You speak Portuguese.
Yeah.
Portuguese.
Holy shit, dude. I'm trying my best, but fucking destroyed right now. All right, have a good rest of your day. Take care.
Oh, thank you.
Bye.
This is
Holy
embarrassing.
fuck. Oh my god.
You're Brazilian, bro. That was all you.
Yeah,
That was
dude.
all you Brazilian.
Who?
That was 10 out of 10. Stacy, Brazilian.
Okay.
He doesn't even know that he just was talking to a person.
You should get her number.
I need
You should
water?
get her number.
Probably.
Get her number. Get her number. Get her number. Hold him down.
Holy fuck.
He's like, oh, where'd she go? I'm gonna go get that. I'm gonna get that number for him, boy. And then we're gonna pass her around. This is how they're all doing it, by the way.
What's up, man? How are you? What's up, man? Holy fuck. What's it say? 100%. Get no pussy.
Dude, I'm trying to cold approach like you.
Wasted.
All right.
Thank you.
Take care.
You're the goat, bro.
Nice to meet you. How are you, man? What's up, brother?
What the-
Oh my.
See, now, if Clav were really in his right mind, he would have said, no, I'm not taking a picture with you, and then he would have stolen that guy's girlfriend. But instead, he's like, see, this is what Justin Bieber looked like at 16, which is now why you understand what they're trying. See, they want to turn the little starlet kid into a willing participant in his own exploitation. And not like, well, I'm making a deal with the devil and I signed in blood. No. They want the kid to like be excited to wake up and take the pills in the morning so that they don't have to drug him and dose him and rape him. They want him to be willing.
You're the goat, bro.
Nice to meet you. How are you, man?
Now they've got him nice and docile.
What's up, brother?
Thank you, bro. I appreciate
Oh my
you.
god. All right, take care, bro.
Nice to meet you.
Cringe. Gay.
Can you take it?
Can I take it? Sorry, I can't even.
I can't
I'm
even
absolutely
work.
gone.
Can't even work a phone because I'm so fucking trashed. Is he trash mogging all of them right now? That's terrible.
Holy fuck.
Oh shit. Thank
Holy
you.
shit. Take care. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm having a great time right now. Oh my god. Holy shit. Let me go sit somewhere. What's up, guys? Where's somewhere I can sit down for a second?
Because he's gonna.
Oh yeah,
collapse.
upstairs. Oh my god. Oh fucking hell.
You can feel his arms seizing
Oh my god, man.
as he's holding his phone.
Holy fuck.
Now he doesn't want to straighten his arm out because he knows he's
Yeah,
seizing.
I'm having a good time.
And by the way, I'm not saying he's having a seizure. The seizure that he faked the other day was not that.
Holy
This is like a muscle spasm when he's so dehydrated he's about to like be faint. And you can see he's sweating too. He's fucking gone. It's like having a flop sweat where he can't stand up straight.
Oh my god, yeah. No, I'm having a good time. Holy fuck. Yeah, let me go sit somewhere. Holy fuck. Let's go sit down right here. Oh yeah? Haha. Oh my god.
He's like, oh, finally. I can just go to sleep.
Oh my god. Holy fuck.
How fucked are you?
What?
How fucked up are you?
Dude, I'm gone.
Like scoops of water, ice water.
Oh my god, bro. Oh my god, I was
Drink a little
shit.
water here. Drink a little water.
Holy fuck.
Right in the back, see right here, this guy's like, yo, we need to call the cops, bro. We need to call for a wagon now. Because this is 3 minutes in. In 3 minutes, he's gone from seemingly lucid, just chugged a 5-hour energy, talking to women, taking a selfie with a guy. And now he has completely lost his wits, doesn't realize he's still streaming, thinks he's back now, he's going to crash. And they're like, security has been trained. They're like, that's an OD. He's ODing now. We've seen this before.
Holy me.
They are right now in the background ending the night. He said, yeah, don't stop rolling, but we're going to be carrying him off.
Dude.
See, the guy goes, don't put him on camera. He's in his ear. He goes, pss, 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 and he goes, okay, yeah. And then he zooms in on these two fellas. Look right here. He's going to say, don't film him anymore. Keep him off camera. We're going to try to get him attention. And then, determining how well he's doing, we're going to go. And he goes, okay. Off camera for Clavicular. And they're like, wait, what's going on?
How do you feel?
This is so sad. This is so nasty. Look at this. This dude doesn't care at all about him. Not one iota. Or he's trying to play it cool. This dude is smiling and staring right at exactly what's happening. He knows exactly what's happening. He knows he's watching his friend, business partner, overdose. He's watching him slowly die. If they don't do anything, they're watching him slowly see organ failure with his breath becoming more and more shallow, his speech becoming more and more incoherent and slurred before he starts just going. If you've ever seen an overdose, and look at his eye, just watching it happen. He's not looking off and going, yo, can we get help? Should we be calling it? He's not asking those questions. He's not showing interest. They're all just looking for cues. Like, what do we do? Should we let him die? Oh my God, bro, if we let him die on our stream with us, we'll be famous. That's what they're thinking. You know they are, because I just thought it for them. Right now he's like, oh man, the clips from this.
When did you last take blues? You want an Addy?
Do you want an Addy? Okay, they're just trying to kill the kid. They're trying to kill him. He's leaning over, like about to like hurl. Do you want an Addy?
You want an Addy? You want an Addy? You want an Addy?
Look at this motherfucker.
You want an Addy?
He doesn't care at all, and he's trying to give him more drugs. So how you like that? From Clavicular, he posted this. He said, just got home. That was brutal. All the substances are just a cope, trying to feel neurotypical. He's saying that he's like autistic genius from hitting himself in the fucking face with a hammer. So he wants to feel normal while in public. No, you're just describing an addictive personality that you've created in yourself. That's all. People cope with alcohol or substances to go out in public all the time. They're called addicts. You're not special, neurodivergent, and you're trying to fit in with the dumb neurotypical people, the simple brains, by doing all the drugs. No, that's a cope of you lying. All the substances are a cope for not being normie like you all in public. But obviously, that isn't a real solution. The worst part of tonight was my face descending from the life support mask. Not really. I mean, that's, what is it, like tape? It's not blood. Doesn't look like blood. You're not scratched up. It looks like tape. Surely that's like adhesive from the mask, right? Because just moments later, his face is completely fine and he's back on stream.
Anymore.
He's announcing he was only in the hospital for a day. They were going to hold him for 3 and force him to detox. But as an adult, he's allowed to check himself out. He says, I've got to go open my own in-house nightclub. My penthouse, I'm turning into a nightclub with my own private security so I can overdose at my own house. Because, you know, here he was like, oh, finally I can just lay low and fall asleep in the corner in OD. And his friends were happy to have him do it. They were not going to stop him from dying. The security saved his life. They were like, you want another Adderall? So they're all fine with it. He's going to open a nightclub in his house and quit doing in real life streams out in public.
I ain't going to be doing any more substances for a little while.
That sounds like a guy that learned the lesson. You just OD'd live and you almost died in front of your whole audience. And your lesson that you learn is, I'm not going to do it again for a while.
I ain't going to be doing any more substances for a little while. Hopefully for forever. But that means I can't really IRL stream anymore. So that's the thing.
That doesn't make any sense. Oh, I was only ever streaming in real life while I was high out of my mind. I could never just like be entertaining or have a personality or go out in public and talk to people and interact if I was sober. That's so pathetic, and that's not true. That's the cope. You saying that, I'm just too neurodivergent, babe. Sorry, internet world, but I'm just too special to be out in there with you all. Unless I can be super fucking gassed on drugs, I just can't be out in public. That is a cope. Grow the fuck up.
I really can't IRL.
You know, get a couple pouches, get addicted to nicotine like an adult, okay? Have a coffee or a caffeine problem like a man. This is some bullshit. Put some hair on your nugs. What the hell are we doing here? Doing meth? Fuck off.
I'll stream. Because, as you guys know, I'm quite brutal without that shit, so.
Yeah, dude needs to get a couple racks of these. Some 9 milligram citrus velos and just burn some holes in your mouth. That's what you need to do, buddy. Enough of this hard drugs, substances that the narcotics guys would be out for you on, things that you need a prescription for. All that's fucking stupid. Fun for maybe a day or a minute, but then instant tragedy. And your life is a proof of it right now. So learn from the mistake. Don't say, I'm not going to do it again for a while. Hopefully and never, but you never know. That's retarded. Figure it out. Grow up. Drink some coffee. Have some nicotine, smoke a cigarette, enjoy your life. Stop doing hard drugs that put you into this comatose daze that you think is the best way to live life. Because that's retarded.
It's, I think I have to figure something else out. Fuck. I have to figure out a new method.
Would he tell you that he's on drugs in this moment, giving you this little speech? If he's sober doing this, why can't he just do that all the time? And if he says, well, I don't like being sober as much as I like being high, good. Some people don't. That's called addiction. And if you're really being honest, a lot of people who are sober would agree, oh yeah, if I did get high, it would be great, but I can't live that way. That's retarded. It'd be ridiculous. Otherwise, then it's not a high.
Either practice mogging sober or just find a new form of content. I don't know.
Does he really think that he had to just get super stoned and look completely out of his gourd and then just go and be out in front of people being like, oh, I'm just cooler than you. Oh, I'm all iced out. I will say, In college, I totally abused Adderall. I never had a prescription. That was the abuse. Is that when I could get it, few and far between, like, oh, I need to finish this paper by Thursday at 5 and it's Wednesday. Oh, no, fuck. That kind of a scenario where you're like, you have to do it and you don't have time to sleep. But good thing, because Adderall's not going to let you. You're going to go to the library and pound it out and you're going to get a C+ on this paper, but it's going to be enough. He's doing it because he's like, I'm going to get so just iced out of my mind. He's going to be moving faster than everybody else. Everything's just going to be glistening, crystalline, fractaling structures in his vision as he's just totally high moving through life, thinking that that is him tamping his genius so that he can work through living around the rest of us plebes. And really, he's just going, oh, no, it was just really, really cool to be high in public and be filming myself and not have people bother me for being high. They were bothering me because I'm now famous for streaming in public. And now the news has really come out. He's just been high the whole time. And it's sad because he's going, oh, I don't know if I can do it not stoned.
I have to figure out a new method. Either practice mogging sober or just find a new form of content. I don't know.
Can you imagine like a beer belly clavicular who's like all of a sudden really into darts and bowling league? Can you imagine if he's like, well, I decided I'd just get into things that Floridians have made legal. So I do bingo night, I stream bingo night, and then I stream bowling league on Tuesdays. And we have darts throwing and billiards on Wednesdays and Thursdays. It's been pretty cool. Like, what if he did that? Man, I just don't know what I'm going to do for content now that I can't just get out of my face high and make my security guards carry me around every time I collapse. Am I being too rough? I want the guy to do well. If the media is going to point to someone like this and say, the young people follow him, that tricks the young people into following them. So long as they will be tricked, I at least want them to be tricked by someone who has some redeeming qualities. And right now, the only redeeming quality he's really showing is that he's showing up for work the next day saying he's not going to do that bad thing. He's really going to try. The much more redeeming thing would be if he checked into a rehab, got a life coach, not Jewish, and tried to like figure out life so that he could be successful instead of squandering this opportunity that he has now. That's what I think. What do you think? Bing, bong, boom. Checking out Rumble. Nothing much going on over there. Checking out Odyssey and Pilled. Not much happening over here, although it is good to see you all in the chat. Hello. See some old and new faces alike. Familiar names. Happy to see you. Ba-da-ba-ba. Erica Kirk's phony Grieving Widow act exposed. Yeah, no kidding. Interesting. Okay, well, I'll let you go. If you would, hit the like button, share a link to the show, subscribe. We'll see you all again soon. Is there any kind of just like simple... Yeah, all right. That'll work. Hit the like, share a link, follow at Tommy Borum Jokes. Check into the chat over on YouTube, Rumble, Odyssey, Pill.net, or X.com. Follow me on all of those. Go to allmylinks.com/AmericaFloats. You'll find that in the description of this video below. Pray to God. Just in general. Not a bad idea.